I swore to Mother if I ever met you, I'd avenge her.
Twin trauma activations. What in the killer sperm is happening here? And you know what I always say, don't pull it out. In honor of the new season today, we are reacting and breaking down all of the fiery medical scenes and futuristic injuries from Rick and Morty.
Over and over, Rick and Morty.
Let's dive right in.
What? Were we blades in that one?
It's got blood on the chest, head coming out the mouth, and we got a black eye. One thing I would say in general is scene safety. Trying to get somebody out of the situation that they're in. From an EMS system, pretty much worry about C-spine precautions, but we don't use longboards anymore. But you might use a C-collar if you're concerned about a cervical spine injury.
I swore to Mother if I ever met you, I'd avenge her.
Stab wound to the abdomen, upper right quadrant, liver, gallbladder, intestines, some major blood vessels on that side. This is not necessarily a mortal wound, but if not taken care of appropriately, this can kill you. Probably over days versus hours. Split in half, going right up from the mid-epigastric area all the way up to that left shoulder. This would not come into the emergency department. It's not a survivable injury. This also reminds me of like Mortal Kombat wounds that you see where they just like cut people in half. With this type of energy, could it resemble a bullet going through somebody's head? Yeah, potentially. We'll see people who get shot. One bullet kills them and one bullet will just like scrape the skin. So it's just multiple different factors, including distance, caliber gun, type of bullet, which area of the body you're actually getting hit. Oh my gosh. This does occur on a daily basis in every major city. Airway, breathing, circulation, disability, exposure, repeat.
Always repeat.
Take care of things all at the same time. Put an airway in, get blood pressures up, get fluids or blood products, and then once stabilized enough, if you need to go to the operating, you go to the operating room or you get imaging done. Rick is hurting Rick. Metal pipe to the back of the head or just metal pipe to the body. People do use these objects to injure each other. A lot of times, if you just get hit once in the head with these, it's gonna split the skin open, you're gonna bleed, you're gonna have a big hematoma. You may or may not have a skull fracture. You get a CT scan of your head. If you have a neck pain, we'll also get a CT scan of your neck because we wanna make sure that there's no bleeding in the brain. What the heck is... Oh my gosh. Directly through the chest, not survivable. You're going straight through the heart, through the mediastinum, which has all your central structures here. Your heart's there, your esophagus, and your airway. In medicine, we call this a mass casualty event. Give people like tags and it's color coded. Black, red, green, yellow. Green is pretty much like good to go. Yellow, injured but relatively stable. Red, you need to address it right away or they're going to die. And then black means they're probably going to die. What the heck? What is Rick doing? Just pulling out what appears to be intestines? You know that the intestines are attached to the mesentery, connective tissue in the abdomen that has the blood vessels within it, keeps everything really tight and together.
We don't have to do this. We're both Summers. Shouldn't we at least try Molly before we die?
Molly is MDMA, causes people to have sensation, but also makes people drink a lot of fluids, causes dehydration. We also see hyponatremia occur, which is low sodium. Please stay away from this stuff. You don't know how it's made. You don't know what's actually in it. Stab wound to the sternum, so the upper part of the chest. You have the manubrium that sits up top, then you have your sternum, and then you have your xiphoid process. Those make up almost like the breastplate. Could you put a knife through that bone? Probably not. Maybe it's the soft tissue next to it or in between the ribs.
You're just made in my image. You.
Rick is choking out Rick, so that move right there actually causes you to compress the trachea so you can decrease air in and out so you can pass out, and it could cause a compression of the carotid artery and jugular vein on the left side of the neck. We'll see people that come in due to burns. Most of the time the burns are related to hot liquids. The burn has already happened. We got to manage the pain. First and second degree burn, most of those will heal on their own. Deep second or third degree or fourth degree burn, that needs a burn center and a burn specialist for possible skin graft, removal of dead tissue, and reconstruction surgery.
I am an individual character. I represent no group. Fire!
After some of these scenes, yeah, nobody is sleeping peacefully tonight. That's exactly why I created Do Not Disturb by my company, Life Happens, designed to help calm your body and mind when it's time to actually recover. Check out Do Not Disturb at lifehappens.com or on Amazon. We do see animal bites come to the emergency department. Most animal bites are related to cats, and dogs are domestic animals. People will come in worried about rabies, but here in the United States, rabies is very rare. If you get rabies, it's near fatal. 2 different types of treatments for rabies: injections of the vaccine, and then there's actually the immunoglobulin.
We make our own farm.
Oh, billiards. Anybody good at pool? Let me know in the comments. That is not the way that you play, but a pool cue is actually pretty solid wood. It could actually cause penetrating trauma. Is it mortal injury? Maybe if it's hitting certain organs, but remember, leave it in place if you can. At the hospital, we'll actually take out any penetrating trauma with the appropriate doctors around. Look at the guy getting grabbed with the glasses. His eyes just got poked out. Survivable injury if it doesn't affect the brain tissue and cause intracranial swelling, but never going to be able to see again because the structures of the eyes cannot be replaced at this current time.
Oh my God, if I die in this car, I'm going to kill myself.
Injuries that occur to individuals that ski and snowboard, broken bones, obviously, but then a lot of ACL, knee injuries. Skiing typically has more knee injuries because your legs aren't together, so they can go in different directions. Snowboarding, people typically end up getting more like head injuries and back injury and butt injuries from the falls.
We'll do it the hard way.
The eyeballs have lateral deviation, so usually that means that the medial muscle is not working the way that it should on both sides, so it's typically a nerve issue. You would actually see the neurosurgeon and ophthalmologist to figure this out. Or you're not gonna have to worry about it after your head explodes.
This for a fireside chat.
Oh, spiders, not my thing. How many of you out there do not like spiders? Let me know in the comments. In California, there's a lot of brown widows. The brown spiders with a red hourglass on their belly versus the black widow, which is the black spider with the red hourglass. You don't want those. The big ones that you also worry about are the brown recluse. It looks like they actually have a violin. Those are more in like wooded areas and things like that, and they actually cause a necrotizing wound, and sometimes people actually have massive defects of their tissue due to getting bitten by one of those. Rick and Morty, a lot of energy injuries, a lot of gunshot wounds. If you guys enjoyed this and really are big fans of Rick and Morty, let me know in the comments. Let me know what clips I need to check out, and if there are any other shows. Definitely check out this playlist right here, binge watch everything, and please make sure you subscribe, turn on your bell notifications, and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.